Invite a Budget Blinds style consultant to show you how to transform your rooms just by changing your window coverings. Canada's #1 choice for window coverings. Visit budgetblinds.ca today.
And Moses joins us on Desk with Sports, talking lacrosse. Men sitting with a 2-3 record. The Xtreme trying to get to that magic 500.
Yeah, last night they took on the Vermilion Roar. It was a little bit of a tough task. Of course, the Roar going on to have a pretty good start to the year, looking for win number 6 at home. Now this one, speaking of 6, it was tied at 6 in the second. The Roar on the attack. Colby Bowman finds Keegan Bowman, and it's now 7-6 for the home side. To the third now, Nathan Reese will split the D. Turns on the Jets and scores. It's 7-7 once again. The Roar with the loose ball. Xtreme forget to play a little bit of defense. A wide open backdoor goal. 9-7 now was the score. Brayton Gallery ties things up the middle with a bouncer. Then it's going to be Gallery. The corner pass, a quick one to Braden Peterson. He puts it home. The Xtreme are now up 10-9. However, that wouldn't last long because the Roar would come back to score 4 unanswered, including this one. Matthew McMinnis putting the finishing touches, finding Colby Bowman, that is, who put the finishing touches on this. 13-10 the final, and the Roar are in first. The Xtreme streak over. Now to football now. It's May, granted. Spring is in the air, but for the Lloyd Comp football team, yeah, they're getting a jump on the 2015 season with their annual spring camp, which boasts a good mix of youth and experience.
That's what we ask out of this. We don't expect anybody to be an expert or to look like a great team day one, but we expect great effort and great enthusiasm, and that's what we had so far.
Over 40 kids are at Barron's Camp, with several newcomers to the sport.
I love guys who've never played football before because they don't sort of have the rugby habits or have sort of some of the other habits of hockey players, like guys that haven't played any sports. It's nice, but sometimes you have to coach the bad habits out of them too, and that's okay. As long as they're willing to learn and work hard, then that's all you can ask.
While some are new to the game, other rookies have been playing for some time, like Garrett Musgrave, who's a product of the Lloydminster minor football system.
It just gives you a whole different feeling from Pee Wee. Like Pee Wee is a little less more intensity, but as soon as you move up to Mustangs, it's a little higher, and even high school I can notice it's way more intensity than just lower leagues.
The young receiver has been to Barron's Camp before, understanding what it takes to get to the next level.
Well, last year I came out to spring camp and got to know all the people, but I never got to actually do the season because I was too young. So this is actually a little more fun because I'm actually knowing that I get to play this year.
Musgrave could be part of a young core of grade 10s who could make an immediate impact.
There's a lot of positions out there, and you have to fill them somehow, so it'll be a mix, which is nice. It's always nice to have grade 10s who have some solid playing experience move up, and the grade 12s obviously have to move on too.
Harper has the luxury of some veterans in key positions, including his starting quarterback, Kirk Hahn, who's already showing some midseason form.
It's going to make a huge difference since last year we went to an all-new playbook and we had a new coaching staff, and this year we've kind of had time to settle in, and we were really hitting our rhythm now, especially going into the final games of last season. So I think we can just pick up from where we left off.
The returning quarterback's always sort of takes you past that first day or two where you try to figure out who your guy's going to be, and you know that he's probably going to be our guy come week 1, so we can start installing things that we might normally not if we didn't know who the guy was going to be. So it's good to have Kirk back.
Right to baseball, the NSRBL season gets underway tonight with 4 games on the schedule, including the rematch of last year's final. The Border City Blue Jays taking on the Twins. You can catch this game at Legion Ballpark. First pitch scheduled at 6:30. And that is your first look at sports. I believe Anna Knotveit is filling in for our good friend Gerard Lampow, and she will have your weather details coming right up. Now, unless you're a professional making $1 million, or Mike Babcock, as you saw, 6.25, but that's besides the point, playing golf isn't happening anytime soon for you. But hey, Lloydminster Kiwanis Club wants to change all that.
Every hour, the closest shot to the hole is entered into the semifinals on Sunday, and that'll mean there'll be 60 golfers shooting from 150 yards out, and then the 6 best shots from that will then shoot again, and if they get a hole-in-one, they will win $1 million.
Hundreds of golfers are expected to head out to the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center for their shot at possibly walking away with a cool $1 million.
We are actually insured for 3 $1 million winners. We'd love to have one, but if it should happen, we are covered, we think, for anything that might happen.
The final takes place Sunday afternoon, and for Alan McCauley, he pretty much booked himself a date in the semis while on his lunch break.
Luckily on my second basket, I got pretty close. Right now I'm the closest to the hole for the 5th hour, 1 foot 4 inches and 3/4 of an inch. So hopefully they'll hold off for the next 20 minutes, and if so, I'll get to come back on Saturday and Sunday.
You'll still have a chance to play for the $1 million. You can enter from 10 till 8 today, Friday and Saturday. Sunday from 10 to 2. Semis are scheduled for 3 o'clock with the finals happening right after. The Kiwanis Club hopes to raise more than $20,000 for their organization. Now to track and field. Armstrong Field was the place for the Northwest District Track Championships. Athletes from grades 7 through 9 are competing in various events, with the top 3 bantam and top 3 midget athletes qualifying for Medal League next week. Now, some of the winners from the area include Haley Blaine from E.S. Laird in the 100 and 200 meters. Garrett Hatchett from E.S. Laird won the triple and long jump, while Madison McCuff from St. Joseph's won the 800 and 1500 meters. Congratulations to the kids that I just mentioned, and of course, all the kids that will be heading off to districts in Meadow Lake. That's all the time we have in sports. We'll have more Newcap news and weather for you coming up right after the break.